Tonight, Luka Doncic is back in action. Remember, he missed the last 4 games before the All-Star break with that hamstring issue. But when he's on the floor, he has been a walking highlight. He's leading the league in points per game this season, just under 33, and he's on pace for the highest scoring average by a Laker. I love how the music stops for the drama. Since Kobe Bryant, that was 20 years ago. But Luka's not new to this. Over the All-Star break, he relived some of his favorite encore memories with our own Omar Raja. This is a fun one.
Luka, step back three for the lead. He got it. Doncic throws down a sledgehammer. Spectacular stuff from Luka Doncic.
Luka, appreciate you joining the show, man. First clip against Denver, end of the game. What are you thinking here?
I was going to shoot the three, but then I saw like Plumlee closed out to me, and then I just drove it.
Now, when Millsap is coming up, are you hesitating at all? Are you like, let me go up? Or are you thinking of maybe dropping a pass? Or are you just, at that point, committed?
Yeah, at that point, I was just committed. There's young Luka right there.
Are you a better passer or scorer?
I would say passer, honestly.
What a pass, Washington. Oh! That was beautiful.
The pass over Wemby.
Oh, that's just, yeah.
You like that one?
Yeah. I like it. I just, like, sometimes I just don't think, I just do stuff. But when you see Wemby down there, you know, it's obviously going to be hard for a layup.
Is there anything you're keeping in mind with Wemby just being so big?
Of course, that's what I mean. I think if it's not Wemby, I will go off for a layup. But
Yeah.
since it's Wemby, it's kind of hard.
How do you practice this?
You don't. I think just feeling, you know.
Doncic pulls up, three-pointer. Bang! Bang! Doncic wins the game at the buzzer.
This is the one where it was just an iconic play. The moment you get the ball, what is everything you're thinking?
I mean, first of all, I see if they're going to double, but I saw nobody was coming. You know, normally this point in the game, I get the double team, so I just, you know, wanted to get my go-to move.
Yeah.
And I know I was confident in that.
Everyone shoots step backs now, but it feels like you're the best in the league at step backs. So what makes the perfect step back?
You know, balancing, I think, is very important. The balance got to be good,
Yeah.
especially going back. And then the amount of separation you make with the step back, you know, I just try to make it as long as possible.
I'm curious, do you have a favorite highlight? Because I remember this, I was at this game. Media's not supposed to react. It was the first time in 10 years I've yelled.
I would say this was my favorite moment.
Doncic maneuvers for the lead. Got it! What a shot! Dallas has taken the lead.
You want Gobert to switch on to you, right? Is there something you saw during the game where you're like, this is the mismatch I'm having success with?
I mean, it's just like, you know, I like centers on me, especially if they're going to switch. You know, they have normally slower feet than the guards.
Right.
And I usually have the best defender on me. So I wanted that switch, you know, because centers are a little bit slower than guards.
In the early days of Luka, you were very smiley and just happy to be here. And then we got Luka now, who's maybe the best trash talker in the NBA. It's like you and Draymond. When did that change?
I don't trash talk right away. I wait to somebody to say something, you know, and then I go back. But this was a really big shot, so that's why.
So you're
I
never
was just excited.
So you're never the first one.
Not many times.
Got it. Are you hyping yourself up, or are you talking to them usually?
I mean, if it's a away game, especially, I'm probably talking to them because they're talking to me the whole game.
Luka, appreciate the time, man. Thank you so much. You got all the highlights in the world.
Thank you.
Yes.
I mean, sometimes Luka's the one starting the trash talk. But look at this, the Lakers, they're going to have their full complement of regulars to begin this final stretch of the season. They have LeBron, they have Luka, they have Austin for this game tonight, and this is just going to be the 11th time this season that they've all played together, the first time since February the 15th, and they've won 7 of the previous 10 games when all 3 were playing. So, Shanae, on paper, right, this team looks to be complete when they're healthy. But you're here to show us why maybe there's a lineup issue we need to pay attention to.
Yes, the big 3 is available, but let's break down this lineup and the rotations because it's quite fascinating. First of all, when LeBron, Luka, and Austin Reeves are on the floor together, what does this team look like? Well, they actually are negative. Minus 9.6 net efficiency with Luka, Reeves, and LeBron all on the floor, which is quite fascinating when you think about it. Now let's sub out LeBron James here for Marcus Smart. So that means we've got two guys right here in the backcourt, Luka and Austin Reeves. What does this situation look like here for the Los Angeles Lakers? They actually are in the positive, plus 14.5 net efficiency with Luka and Reeves on and LeBron James off. Interesting. All right, let's switch it up here and let's give LeBron James some minutes back. So let's bring in LeBron for Luka. Let's bring in the new shooter in for Austin Reeves. What does this look like here for the Lakers if we switch things around? LeBron James by himself on the floor without Luka and without Austin Reeves actually has a plus 7.7 net efficiency in that circumstance. So again, just to reiterate, when the big three are on the floor, that's the only negative circumstance for the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, the main problem for this entire group, the possession battle. Offensive rebounding, first and foremost. The Lakers' offensive rebounding percentage, when all three share the floor, is 20.1%, which would rank last in the NBA. Now let's head over to turnovers. All right. The Lakers have a 15.1% turnover percentage when all three share the court, but force a turnover just 12.3% of the time on the defensive end. Yikes. Okay, let's head over to transition defense. The Lakers allow 1.38 points per possession in transition when all three share the floor, which would rank 27th in the NBA. Let's head over to opponent three-point shooting.
Does it get better?
No, the Lakers allow 37.4% three-point field goal percentage when all three share the floor, which would rank 28th in the NBA. So the Lakers, they have shot 35% on three-pointers when all three share the court, as well as losing the math game here in so many different circumstances.
Okay, JJ, if you have the TV on right now, please don't turn it off. We do have some good news for you, because when Luka is on the floor, he brings his best against the Los Angeles Clippers, right? Their opponent tonight. He averages over 32 points a game against them. That's the most against any opponent. Wilt and MJ, the only two players to average more against any team in NBA history. And we're so lucky. The voice of tonight's battle for Los Angeles joins us now, the one and only Dave Pasch. Dave, thanks so much for the time. We love when you come into studio.
Good to see you guys.
This doesn't happen all that often, and so we feel very lucky to have you. Let's dive into this matchup a little bit. We know that there's something about Luka, and when he faces the Clippers, you've called these games before. You have the best seat in the house. What is it that you're watching in this matchup?
Yeah, whether it's the shot in the bubble in the playoffs or his first 50-point game in the regular season against the Clippers, he clearly likes to play against the Clippers. I think there is something there. I'm curious tonight, the fact that we finally get to see these three guys for a consistent stretch together, Doncic, James, and Reeves. This feels like it for the Lakers. You've got a stretch of 15 of 18 at home. Getting to 2 feels like it's going to be tough. I don't know if they can make up 5 games in the loss column to catch San Antonio. But can they get to 3 or 4 and have home court in the first round? So they've got to play better at home, and now they're finally healthy. LeBron coming off the triple-double prior to the All-Star break. Oldest player ever to have 4 straight games and 10-plus assists, playing at elite level right now.
Approximately how many LeBron James games do you think you've called in your career?
So it's my 20th year, 20th or 21st. So, yeah, I mean, it's been a lot. I mean, over 100. I remember doing a game in Chicago his first year. I was actually doing it with Bill Walton. And I remember it because I think it was LeBron. It may have been a teammate, but it was back when they were all wearing the headbands. Somebody took the headband off, threw it towards the scorer's table. I was just happy to be on the NBA, happy to be sitting next to Bill Walton. And he starts yelling, that's a technical foul. You can't do that. You're throwing an item off your head. And I just let him go. I didn't say anything. I just let him go on for about a minute. And finally, Mike Tirico scolded me after.
Just a minute for Bill?
It was just a minute. We had to go to commercial. So that was the only way to stop.
And you didn't take the headband and maybe just like try.
He wanted to. It wasn't tie-dye, though, so it really probably
didn't go with that. But I imagine, and we're talking about the oldest player to have a triple-double right before the All-Star break. It feels almost wrong to then say, well, how many more do you think you're going to be able to get to call? But when you sit down in, whether it's here in LA or when you're calling a Lakers game now, does that cross your mind at all?
A little bit. We're going to be back here for the Knicks game in a couple weeks, probably for that one, because I think after that, until the playoffs, I'm not sure that I have another Laker game. So my guess is I'll be thinking about it. But I don't think this is it for him. So it's hard really to go there.
I'm excited for that one. I'll be on the call for that with you. Shanae and I, Dave, we have a little bit of a complicated relationship with the Clippers, right? Because there's so many times you get really excited for this team, what Kawhi is doing, what he did at the All-Star game. I mean, where are we with them right now, Shanae?
So it's funny. Anytime something goes good, I hold my breath because I feel like something bad is coming with the Clippers.
Right. So where are you? What are you watching most closely with them in this game, this new look Clippers team?
The Zubats trade shocked me because, and then they still won last night. I don't know how they're going to rebound without Zubats.
And who's available?
The way that Ty Lue has this team playing right now, and Jeff Van Gundy deserves a lot of credit too for that defense. The fact they have the best record in the NBA, and they've had guys. I mean, Derek Jones has been out, so now you're trying to implement Mathurin, who clearly can go get you 30 plus. He's done it now a couple times this year. I'm still bullish on the Clippers. Maybe I shouldn't be, but I feel like they could get in the playoffs and do some damage.
I know you've seen LeBron James multiple times. What do you make of Kawhi's play as of late?
It's the best I've seen him play. It's saying a lot because he's been Finals MVP twice with 2 different franchises, but it feels like he's taken it to a new level this year.
What makes you say that this is a team, a Clippers team? Because Shanae and I were about to leap again. We're listening to you, Dave.
I think because of him, Malika. I think it's him. Again, when they went to the conference finals, he got hurt, didn't play in that series. But if he continues to play like this, and we still don't know the results of the investigation and what that might mean for him and the Clippers down the stretch, but if he keeps playing like this, you got to stop him in the playoffs. And when he's playing as well as he is right now, both ends of the floor, plus as much as he gets to the line, career high in free throw shooting, career high in scoring, you got to stop him. You got to beat him 4 times. It's going to be tough.
He's not a player that tends to beat himself. You have to be the person to stand in his way. Shanae, we're back.
We're going to dip our toe in the Clippers water. We won't jump in.
Yeah, but that was a very, we hear you, and, you know, tonight is going to be an interesting one, the battle for Los Angeles. Dave, thank you for spending a little bit of time with us here in studio.
See you guys.
And you're going to be able to hear Dave tonight in our ESPN doubleheader. But first, we have the Mavericks and the Timberwolves. That's at 7:30 Eastern. Then you get the Clippers and the Lakers, and that's where you're going to hear the great Dave Pasch, DB, and George Sedano. And with that, it's time for Shoot Your Shot. It's brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. Shanae, who are we riding with?
So with no Cooper Flag, I'm going to have a big game for Anthony Edwards.
In
the Battle of LA, Kawhi's been on a heater. LeBron James, he's only got to get over exactly 21 points. So I kind of feel good about my picks.
All right, that's Shanae's picks on DraftKings Sportsbook.